Hi, I'm Linda Williamson, and today we have a very special guest. We're going to be talking to Urszula Strapko. We're at her home, and she's going to tell us about her life in Poland. Hi, Urzsula.
Hi, nice to have it, you guys. And I'm just happy to tell how my life was from communist to Canada. So from Poland to Canada.
Can you tell us when you were born and where you were born?
Yes, I was born in 1940 on the east side of Poland.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
No, I just was only child.
What was it like growing up as a child?
When was just kind of mix, like was Ukrainian, Polish, Czech, Jew, and everybody live in a harmony. Was mixed marriage, and like neighbors, some was good, some just like not get along. I remember when I was young because I play with Ukrainian kids and I speak Ukrainian, but now I not remember. I only few words remember. And official language was Polish, because that was Polish part, and by history was belong to Poland just in the 15th century. When Second World break out, then Hitler invade Poland. He had it with Moscow, with Stalin, agreement, pact. So 17 days after war start, Russia invade east side, apparently to liberate oppression Ukrainian and Belarusian for Polish regime. So we first see Red Army in our town and our area, and we first have a taste what is communist. Like I was only that time 4 or 5 years old, but they force farmers to join collective farm. They requisite crop, animals, everything. They make just people to starve. And that was, they call that in Ukrainian, Glodomor. That was made by communists to starve people. And my grandpa, on a father's side, he was that time, he was smith and mechanic, and he was working, they built bridge on a river Poprad. So in a working place, they give it workers 200 slices of bread and black coffee, not good coffee, that's from grain coffee. So he drink coffee on a work and bring that bread for me. So I was apparently, my mom said I was sitting on a ditch by the road waiting for him for that piece of bread. So I know what it was be hungry and not have it nothing. Finally when Russia, Germany start losing to Red Army front and they advance, they came to that area where we was living. Oh, and what else? They communist almost 1 million Polish people deport to Siberia.
Oh, wow.
Who they deport? Intelligent people, just teachers, owners of stores or business, whoever, farmers, whoever was, that's any enemy, enemy of people, of workers, because that was big deal. We just for workers, not for capitalists or bourgeois when they go. So, and that time was my father was working on a post office, but he was athletic. He was ski runner or jumper. So in a 1939 was supposed to be Olympic, Winter Olympic in a Zakopane, in a Polish town, and big town. And what war break out, so they canceled that. So when Russia and Kabuder's secret police came to that area, they arrest my father and they give him choice, train Russian soldier to ski, and he refused. So, and that's all my mother see him last time. For 5 or 6 years she even don't know if he's still alive. They finally, when he come after war, he was in a Russian camp. And Roman, my husband, family was deported to Russia, whole family, because he was veteran of war first to Russia, and they, like I said, 1 million people, Polish people, and they dropped them in a Kolyma, that was gold mine, on a bush to cut the tree, build railroad, build road, and that was almost starving to death, hard labor and whole family. So, and the reason they survive, because when Russia, Red Army start get really beat up, but Germany, West, England and States was helping, giving them equipment. And Polish government, who was on exile in London, and Premier Sikorski they make deal with Russia. They gonna make Polish army soldier who was taking to Russia, to Gulag, and train them, and that's gonna be make second front to fight Germany. And that's why, like, Joe father, Romans, and my father, they survive because they was taken from Russia to Persia, to Iraq. They make that army there, train, and family, this soldier was sent to Africa, to Kenya, and was camp for family. And that was my sister-in-law, who is still in Rockford in the States. She's still speaking Zulu language because she was 15 years old when they was end up in Kenya. And after war, when war was finished, Russia, that's part of where they take from Poland, that was gave it back to Ukrainian, and the rest of Polish people who was living in that area have a choice: take Russian citizenship or depart to area where they take from to the west, when they take from Germany and give it to Poland. That was Wrocław, and that's what my mother, our grandma was, and the youngest sister, we just was depart to, well, repatriate to that part of Poland, the new part of Poland. And take us 1 month from Jamna, Nadburna, to get to Starburg, to the new place who they take from Germany, because grandma had it, she knew what to be just happen. She had a sack of dry bread with us, and we was lucky in that they put us not in a passenger, they was cattle train, and few family was in that one wagon, and we was lucky if train stop on a station, because we can get water and go around and just buy some food or whatever, but sometimes stay in the middle of nowhere, because first priority was for army train equipment going to the west, and for the east going all loot what the Russian was doing. They dismantled factory, the empty warehouse, whatever they just have it to take back to Russia. And these funny things, Polish was supposed to be aliens, friend. And they just was not different. They loot from Germany, they loot wherever they. When we end up in Stargrad, my father's family was already in that place in whatever was now in Poland. They was deported for forced labor by Germany, so they have to wear that letter P, and was in that town Twardogóra was only maybe 10 that forced labor family, and grandfather was, and my aunt was working in a sawmill, and for what they was telling us, me and my mother was telling, for 3 days wasn't a war fight there, because what happened, German government give it orders scorch earth. So when front was coming closer, civilian have to leave. So when it was sound, alarm sound, they have to leave their houses. And my aunt, she was telling for 3 days nobody was, like ghost town, nobody was, empty houses, you can go at some place, you can even see not finished meal on a table. Till after 3 days front Russian army came, and that was soldier from Asia, from Republic, Uzbek, Turkestan. They was kind of just, even the officer was afraid of them. They going from, like my aunt, she was 15, and they all Polish that stay in one house for their safety, because nobody was looking, just they was going from house to house looking for alcohol, get drunk, loot whatever they can just steal or take it. She said sometimes you see they have it they looking for watches. So you have it from wrist to elbow with watches. It was just kind of unbelievable. The woman was scared because they rape.
Right.
Wasn't just, and they, if they not like some house or not, signed like German signed or throw grenade and burn. So wasn't destroyed by fighting, but destroyed by on.
The looters
Yeah.
and that. Yeah.
So funny things after when just government came and it stopped everything, they built on a square big monument for that and with sign for just brave Russian soldier who died fighting for that town. People who were still there, they knew that was big lie.
Yeah.
But who you can tell that? That was no. So my grandma from father's side find us by Red Cross in that star group. That was close to Baltic area when my your mother and aunt we just end up. So she bring us to Twardogóra, where they was staying, and because Grandma Olga had papers, she left house on in Nadwórna. She was allowed to have a house, empty house left from Germany, and we have it. That house, you have it everything. Like people just pack their stuff and walk because that was order. So in 47, my father come back from England. He was in a army, just Anderson army, that Polish army who left Russia. And he was, and many other Polish men came back. And some end up just in a jail because communism was thinking they just not, you can trust them. And my father was, for example, on a blacklist. So he can get higher job. He can have a job, but not like management job or whatever.
So by the time you attended school, the war was over.
When I was 7 years old to go to first class. And from beginner, they start just pump us with propaganda, Russian propaganda. And I was saying, Christian have a saint in their church or belief. We have a communist saint, Lenin, Stalin, Marx, Engels. So was, and they tried just make kids telling about like snitch.
Oh.
And not only kids, neighbors try tell if you doing this, report. Like in a school, for example, teachers say, oh, how was your weekend or whatever. And kids, small kids telling everything.
Yeah.
So, and I remember I was probably in a grade 3 or 4, was boy Ted, Tadeusz. And he said we have a very nice, my father was have a birthday. Oh, and you have it, teacher asked, you have it just people to, oh yeah, it was many people and they drink and they was talking jokes and was jokes about Stalin and it was so funny.
Oh no.
Next thing, father for few weeks disappeared. And that boy never told nothing more the rest of our school about what happened to
That's
because
horrible.
you shouldn't, you can tell jokes about Stalin or party numbers and other things was always big, short of everything. And we have it 3 layers of stores. First was layers for top members number, party members, and usually in a secret place. And they have it everything what was on a vest, like cognac, radio, watches, canned food, ham or whatever, when you not get in a regular store. Second layer was when people who have it currency, dollars, francs, Germany marks or pounds, English, and that's only you can buy same every goods from West, but you have to pay different money. And my grandma have it dollars because Joe father was here in Canada, was sending some money in an envelope, or if he visit, he bring some money with and leave it to mother so we can go and buy. And other store was run by was support by not support, supervised by government. When they get parcel from West and like jeans or materials or sweaters or nice stuff, and that was called comics. And you can buy by zloty because on that Pevex you only buy by other managers. But this one you can buy and was really expensive. Like I remember one time I bought a very nice sweater, they call bliźniak, and was 1 year of my teacher's salary.
Oh my goodness.
But because I living with still at home and I not have to pay for room and rent or whatever, so I can afford. But that's, and rest of stores was for everybody, for rest of population. So you have a bakery store and only just baker. You have a dairy store when you can buy bread, butter, milks, cheese. You had general store when the rest of stuff. Meat store when you just almost was never full up, just only you can see one sausage or whatever, or just, and clothing store. So if you going for shopping, you stay on a line from one store to another, and sometimes you came to your store and was empty, nothing to buy. It's hard to just, but problem we was so much in that propaganda, like they was saying, wow, we were so lucky we have it, you workers, you that's belong government to you, we just look up, you have it free education, free health system, free this, you have it free of speech. Free of speech. If you take joke about Stalin, you're gonna get arrested. Free, and they encourage bribery because if you wanted, for example, go to hospital and wanted just maybe better care or faster, you have to come with envelope and give it under table. If you wanted send your kids to university for good, and you knew they only just can take it, for example, 20 students, you go to professor or whatever, same things. Even if you wanted better job, you just bring something, bottle of cognac or nice, just that was bribery.
Yeah.
So another things, when they start making collective farms and make people to just join collective farm, they call spółdzielnia rolnicza. And people, actually farmers, was forced to join. And you work differently on your own farm than on a just collective farm. You're not that you not wanted that give it everything from yourself. So many times by the fall time, still crop like potatoes was still on the ground and frost was coming. So management make an arrangement with school board or whatever, take kids. And we love it. That I tell you, we love because they take us on a lorry or tractor, bring us to the farm. We not have it listen, stay in the class. We can have a big fire and bake potatoes. So, and teachers love too because they get sack potatoes to back home. So we not complain. For whole day we pick up potatoes. But wasn't that teachers' labor? And they saying just only on the West kids have to work, labor or whatever. That propaganda was everywhere. And we have it holidays, like we have to celebrate Russian Revolution, 17 on November. We have to celebrate 1st May, that's Workers, International Workers' Day. We have celebrate other just things with communists. And there was big parade, big speeches, and these days we always have it full stores. You can buy sausage, ham, everything. People have it dance and celebrate. Mostly many was get drunk or whatever, but
When you were talking about having to celebrate the Russian holidays and stuff like that, did you ever get to celebrate Polish holidays?
well, yeah, we have it third. That was when Poland get independent, and that was Constitution Day. So, but mostly was not that big like when we celebrate revolution or 1st May or something. And one other things was like communist was say propaganda was saying you have it free to speech, free to choose religion or whatever. Poland was 90% Catholic. So what that Ministry of Education sent to probably to school board or whatever to make sure, make something for kids to not attend Sunday Mass on a Sunday. So that time we have it like field day or some games, or they tell us, they show like some movie just for kids, to not just wanted to go to that, not to mass. And then religion wasn't allowed to be in a subject in the school, so usually priests or nuns have a special place when they teach religion. So they ask after, what was priest was telling? Tell us why he just like wanted to know, control, whatever, and kids was selling for small, but bigger one just kind of, know that's. And other things, like I remember from that's propaganda, that was so stupid, but we believe, we even not have that idea, can be different life or whatever, because you're not allowed. Well, if you have a radio, not many people have a radio. So whoever have a radio, like from West Berlin, there was Polish station calling Wolna Europa in the Polish language. And they was telling what happened in the West, or was telling about how, communists did that or not. And that was forbid. You can, it was against law to listen. So people, and they start jump that audition. So when you hear that, listen, you want to know something about what happened on the West, you try just hear that. We only have it like speakers radio, just odbiornik, and was music from morning to the night, Russian songs, about patriotic songs and other things. Oh, they just they make that over norm that workers, or they do so good for just our country, just only please what was good in the communist. And they was sometimes, when you hear so many times, you believe. Like one time they have it, some beetle who just attacked potatoes, like I don't know how that's English name, but and they that's mother beetle just laid eggs on the leaves of potatoes, and larvae after eat that and just destroyed crops. Mm-hmm. So but they not spray nothing, because maybe they not have it chemicals for that, or what. They take again school kids, they give us jar with water or bottle with water, and we have to go through the row and pick up that. And that was gross thing, I tell you. But you have to do that, because that was orders.
They just didn't want you to know what was going on. That shows how strong you are, that you survived that kind of a life.
You don't know how. I keep telling people here, we probably don't know how to just live like that. But if you don't know different life, you think that should be like that.
What made you decide to become a teacher?
Well, actually, my father that time, he worked in some, when they make bricks, that he was just in an office worker, and he wanted me work by side him, just when I, after, high school, when you just get mature, that's 18 years old, when you have an exam dojrzałości they was just like finish high school and you can apply for university. So my father take me to that his place of work, and I not like that. So and they times they was short of teachers. So they advertise I can apply to teachers' jobs and get university agree after 3 years or whatever. So just how are you gonna say, just not like not every day you just like home education or whatever. So I only was coming, I was teaching and was coming for my exam, and only 2 more last years when I have it attend just every day until I get diploma. And after I get but I was not high school teachers, I was public school teachers.
When you finished the university and you became a teacher, were you teaching in Poland?
Yes, I teach over 10 years.
What was it like to be a teacher in Poland at that time?
Well, except was really small salary, not very good, but we have rules to follow, and every meeting or whatever we have to just start with about Lenin. Like you can just wake me on the middle night and ask me what Lenin was doing or whatever. You have to know that. That was like her, well, I don't know, God for them. And I was a Polish language teacher. So, and classes was all right, and actually it was very good discipline in the school. Kids behave you very well. Or if not behave you call fathers or mothers. And if kids vandalize something in a washroom or in a school property, parents was told and was meeting in parents' workplace, and regular other workers hear about what that kids was do and what kind of parents you are or whatever. So when father came home with strap, yeah, and you allowed to just slap or just put in a corner or send to the principal office, and homework was regular, and we have it, well, when we have it that holiday celebration or whatever, we have to have it special, just not uniform, but was encouraged to get red scarf or red tie and a white blouse and navy skirt, or just dress up. And before my uncle was visiting that time, my last year of teaching in Poland, and he asked me, "I wanted to come to visit." So sure. And I just wanted to go and apply for, well, in Poland, you have it identification paper for inside Poland. And you have to have it like dowód osobista, they call, just all the time with you. When you wanted travel, you have to have a passport. So you apply to get passport to special section on a police. So I apply I have an interview to get my passport. You have to give it back. You just that you inside identification, and they interview and ask you all kind of question. And when I apply for get that passport, I apply for visa to Canada. Again, they call me to police and tell me when I get that visa, I have to come back, report to them what consul asked me, what that, what everything, what question they, and before I even just, when I already knew I gonna go to Canada, I have to again just go for interview to police, and they tell me I should have an eye and ear open. What kind of Polish, because they know Polish community in Canada, what they talking about, almost like ask me to spy on them.
Wow.
If I wanted or not. So happened I get visa for 3 months only. So I came to by boat, and that's stupid things like I wanted to tell you how we was brainwashed by communists. We don't know nothing about West.
How long did it take you to come over on the boat?
How long?
How long did it take to travel by boat from Poland?
Oh, 1 month. Because that was cargo, and we stopped in different ports in Baltic, and for me that was like vacation. Lucky me, I wasn't boat sick.
Oh.
Was a couple from States, and she was sick from day one till the end. I was enjoyed that. In Hamburg, because that was ship, have a 13 passenger and rest cargo. So we stopped in a Baltic airport, some to reload and load. And in the Hamburg, they let us go on a short to the town. I first time see market, supermarket, superstore. We can believe it. You can walk, take it, look it, put back, and just nobody just go after you and just like you want it buy, okay. If not, and when I was going to Canada, I was legally have it only $20 Canadian, because uncle signed, he give me room, board and whatever, but not much money. So I was in a train from Montreal to Terrace Bay. I don't know how to just for 2 days.
So after your very long train ride and you arrived in Terrace Bay, what did you think?
And I remember from Sudbury when I through the window, my goodness, bush and water, bush and water. So I don't speak English, few words. I ask conductor how long. I just, in Poland, is station almost bus station. And he take his wife, and he tell me, just that much. That was really shock.
So when you came over, were you alone?
Yes, and actually, I came and I not wanted, when I see here, I not wanted to go back. And uncle have a friend and we married.
Oh, awesome.
Strapko. I was before Warnicka.
So when you immigrated to Canada and you became a citizen, do you feel that you're welcomed and accepted by
yes.
Canadians?
Oh, I have a so very nice neighbor here, Dampier. They was have a daughter like Anna. They was friends. They invite me to visit St. Catherine when they move, and they help me. Next door neighbor help me with Shannon Long, help me with language, and actually it was only three family Polish, Giepski, Gramatowski, and another just Petrus, and the rest I just have a friend help from English people, and nobody just make fun of me. Sometimes, well, I just tell you when I have it Anna, I hardly speak English. So nurses in the hospital try just teach me some language. So if I wanted juice, they ask me, what kind of juice? So I have to say apple or orange or whatever. So on the end, when I was discharged, they asked me how I like her, whatever. I said, oh, so nice here in the hospital. I just wanted so clean and, and they changing, like that's not was in Poland, in the communist. I wanted to tell them they just change beds and sheets every day. So instead, sheet, I tell shit. So, and after, because I see them just, oh, I tell you, every time I'm telling that story, we laugh because I was so embarrassed. No, but people was very friendly and helpful. If I even go to store, they telling me, on beginner, Sofia Giewski take me to the store and show me what is, and sometimes it's different food, different taste, like I was used to.
Right.
I bring home, open can, cheese. That's not, that's the special, like when you have it, that chili or whatever. We not have it that.
No.
I'm not used to do that. Oh, gee. That's
One thing I wanted to ask you was you talked about having to travel from Sudbury to Terrace Bay and not understanding how long it would take to be there, where in Poland, your borders were so much closer. Have you gone anywhere else in Canada?
oh, I travel. I was just special with Anna. We just go to Victoria, to where I just to states. Because I like go around, and Roman not was in that trouble, so he don't mind if I go.
But is it amazing how Canada, being a country, is so vast compared to...
Yeah, I just and run once. I just take train from Nakina to Vancouver because Anna was in Victoria. Because I wanted to see more.
Oh.
You fly, you just not see nothing. But when you just in a train, and you special on that. Where you can sit and watch.
Yeah.
So I love it.
So the last time you went to Poland, what has changed there since when you first left?
Unbelievable. That was already, last time was European Union, we already just, and different government, different rules. Store was so packed with stuff, and I tell you, just some store was better equipment than here. and people try just renovate the houses. Like when I was living was some on a village. My friend was few days. He came back from Poland and he showed me roads. No, just better than here, I tell you.
Wow. So with what's going on in the world over in Ukraine and now, is that affecting Poland?
Oh,
and
yeah.
do you feel that it's going to be the same as when you were a
It's
child?
Poland, because when they, special, I have had friends on the east side, Poland, and they 3 kilometers from Ukrainian. And when they Russia start just on a Kyiv, drop the bomb or rocket or whatever, they even hear. And if that Putin leader, what insane when he saying about atomic bombs, that's gonna be just all destroyed.
Yes.
And I have a really just disturbed one-time conversation with my friend. We finished teacher school together, we worked together for a while. She said, if that's came to evacuation or something, she's my age, and she have a daughter, my Anna age, but single. And she said, they gonna take that, put themselves to sleep, she not running nothing again. So that's depressing. And my cousin, Andrew, built bunker in his property. What that's gonna help if that's with atomic not gonna help, but yeah,
It's so sad.
it's sad.
This time, this age, all of that shouldn't be over with. They shouldn't be fighting.
It's just unbelievable.
And it's innocent people that are getting affected by the war, like, innocent bystanders, and they bomb schools and they bomb hospitals and stuff like that. Those aren't the people that they're going after. That's not the army or stuff like that. So I don't know.
Because leaders or the top, they know they have a place to just survive for 2-3 years or whatever, and they not care about regular just population. They only, I don't know, that's insane. Insane.
I agree. I wanted to ask you about Roman. He is no longer here?
No, he 6 years, 7 passed away.
Aw.
Yeah. So
Sorry
I
about
just by myself and Joe helping and Marina looking after me.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm so far I'm still going, but I don't know how long.
Urzsula, I want to thank you so much for sitting down and talking to us and telling us about your stories and your memories of Poland. And I'm so glad that you live in Terrace Bay and you're enjoying our big, vast country.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be in Canada. And I'm happy to tell just a little bit my story. Joe knew my story, and my friends, but now you knew too.
Definitely. We're very thrilled to have had this conversation with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We don't know what it's like to starve like that.
No.
Never
I
had.
mean,
No.
we hope to God we never ever have to experience, or our children or our grandchildren or anything like that.